It hasn't. It's been like a crazy secret for years. We've been talking about like just Final Fantasy 9. Let me see. I'll probably see one of my videos up on this list, but we've been talking about this for quite some time. Hey, look, NSP. Damn, this shit has almost 200,000 views. What the? Final Fantasy 9 Remake leaked graphics, gameplay, and reception talk. Ooh, I was kind of a shithead back then. My bad. But we've been talking about this for quite some time, man. September 19th, 2021, in 3 months, when around the time when Tactics releases, it'll be 4 years since then. That's kind of wild. It's been so long we've been talking about this, but the reason why is because if you go back, there was the NVIDIA GeForce Now leak, and in that leak it mentioned so many titles. It mentioned so many games between like Final Fantasy 9 Remake, Kingdom Hearts 4 was in there. And then it was Kingdom Hearts 4 was showcased not too long after that, so that's kind of crazy. So this was like the first thing that we had seen, right? The Chrono Cross remaster that actually came out a few months after that. I think in 2022 that actually dropped, and we streamed that a little bit. Tactics remaster, that was always listed as a remaster. It just got announced officially here today. FF7 Remake, this was more so like coming to PC. FF7 Remake coming to PC, which was the case. And FF9 Remake over here, that's still on the way. Final Fantasy 16 Tomb Raider Anniversary, unannounced title by Square Enix. I think this was Tactics Ogre Remaster, which eventually did come out, and then Kingdom Hearts 4 at the bottom. These were like the most notable ones, but the entire list, the NVIDIA GeForce Now list, was massive. It's like a huge compilation of like things that you could scroll through for hours and just like read through it. And it's like, it's a lot, man. There's a lot of stuff in there. This was my playthrough when we were playing through Tactics, getting our asses kicked. Actually, no, like this is when we were OP. Nice. That was the monk class, Ramza. Man, it just feels kind of crazy to see, like, especially like with the recent stuff around like Square Enix and how they've been doing the 25th anniversary. By the way, yeah, this is the 25th year anniversary of Final Fantasy 9. We're getting all kinds of new art of the characters, and there's even been like new renders and stuff of Zidane. Final Fantasy 9 25th anniversary website launched, and new music and merchandise arriving. So this was like the logo banner that they did. And if you guys remember, Final Fantasy 7's like anniversary logo is something similar with like Zack, Cloud, and Sephiroth. So they kind of redid that trend with Final Fantasy 9 Cries and Final Fantasy 8. I don't think 8 ever got one. So that kind of shows you a little bit more of like what their intentions are, right? And so this is the figurine that they have coming out for Zidane. And I just feel like this art style is very reminiscent of like what a video game would look like with these characters. This is a close-up of Garnet. So we got this a couple months ago. Between this new music, art surrounding it, all of these new plushies. Damn, bro, this Freya plushie is kind of cool. I like this one. This is Dane one. And these are the other things they have right here. These are like the vinyl Timeless Tale. It was kind of quietly announced that not quietly announced, but it was talked about that the anime, the studio that was supposed to be working on the Final Fantasy 9 anime, they filed for bankruptcy. I don't know what's going on with that anymore. That was like some weird like public information a couple months ago that kind of almost went under the radar. But yeah, these characters, dude, this is just like a very new art style in ways that they've never been depicted before. And I would argue that, like, yeah, this is something that we definitely can't expect. And with like Final Fantasy Tactics having an official release date now that that's coming on September 30th, I feel like maybe end of the year. I'm not saying this is like that's 6 months from now. During Video Game Awards is probably when we could see like a Final Fantasy 9 remake kind of like get talked about a bit, right? Because at the end of the year, this would technically be the end of the 25th year anniversary stuff. It's kind of like a good point, I think, to like mention it or like acknowledge its existence in some way to hype people up. These are the other characters. So you got Vivi, you got Steiner, Garnet, Zidane. This is cool close-up of like what those like renders look like. So I don't know, it'd be like the craziest like troll of all time from Square Enix to do all this and not actually give us what clearly looks like the idea of re-artifying these characters in some way for maybe some form of media. This is definitely not art for like a anime or whatever. This feels video gamey. I don't know, man. This feels video gaming. Zidane has never really looked like this before. It's a kind of really cool style, and I can't wait to see what the other characters would look like technically in it. But it just so happens that one of the final things on the NVIDIA GeForce Now leak was Final Fantasy Tactics, and with that being talked about and shown off today, officially, dude, it just kind of brings back more hope for Final Fantasy 9 in a whole lot of ways. And like this trailer, dude, it was wild. Like seeing these flames just generate and then it jump into this song. I was like, huh? What Final Fantasy 16 DLC is this? Final Fantasy 16 Tactics? But no, it's just the studio itself. It seems like they're overseeing this. So Yoshi P Banger. That's pretty cool, man. Let's see if these voices sound familiar.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the Father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty. Heavens fall upon your crown!
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It ends now.
Cool. See, hearing voices in this shit is wild, man. I hope they maintain the death sound effects.
How to make a whistle of a blade of grass.
Delita sound, yo, Delita sounds exactly how I imagined.
Father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass.
Sounds cold, calculated. Both versions are included, man. It's just there's so much excitement now, man, because like with this being the same year of the 25th anniversary, I feel like a lot of this stuff is very, very possible to finally happen, chat. Ben Starr has been confirmed to being one of the voices. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So actually, it's a legit thing. This mod posted it here on the Final Fantasy Tactics like subreddit. So when it comes to like voice acting, right? It says the story now features full voice acting, English and Japanese, from talented cast, including Joe Pitts, who's playing Ramza, Greg Lowe, who's playing Delita, Ben Starr, Dice Star, and cameos by Cody Craig. Yeah! Let's go! Yes! I don't know why my mind didn't correlate that, but yes, Cody Christian was in the booth, you know, doing voice work a couple months ago. But obviously, if Cloud Strife is going to be in Tactics, which he was towards the end of the game, and everybody else's voice, he's going to have a voice too. So they gave Cody Cloud, and of course, Brianna White's going to do Aerith, which is hilarious because part of Cloud's side quest is to protect this flower girl that bears a very uncanny resemblance to Aerith. So that's kind of funny because her name wasn't Aerith. It didn't say that. So they're just fully embracing it, obviously. That's really cool. I like that. So tactical view, this new feature makes it easier to get the lay of the land and plan your actions across the battlefield. So they're probably gonna do like the top overhead view because some angles on the stages were a little wonky and tough to see. And I already saw how like in Tactics Ogre Remaster, they gave us like an improved look with that. So that's something that is a given. Speed up battles, new difficulty levels. I know that they got an easy mode, but yo, we got a harder mode? Choose between enhanced or original. If you choose the original, you get to play with the graphics and gameplay of the original 1997 version with the renowned War of the Lions translation. Cool. Man, I don't think they actually said Eris in Tactics. He just says, they just say her and like Flower Girl that he's supposed to go say. Wow, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of hope that like the new classes and other extra stuff from the later version of War of the Lions, it makes its way into there. We'll have to find that out. That's not going to be confirmed here as of yet, but that is something. Holy shit, chat. They did say Eris. Oh, when Cloud comes in, he says she's Flower Girl when Ramza encounters her, but when Cloud goes by, the bandits try assaulting her and call her by name. Oh, shit. Thank you, Ultimate Mage. Honestly, just gotta wait 3 months, unfortunately, but you'll be able to play it then, and it'll be a good time. That's pretty awesome. I'm so excited for that. But it just like seems like we're that much closer, chat, to Final Fantasy 9 Remake to actually be a reality and no longer a rumor or NVIDIA GeForce Now leak. So that's exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy 9 Remake stuff. Hopefully it's coming soon, but we got Tactics things to talk about and you don't want to miss it. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.